Hey, what's up, guys? Chain Trades, otherwise known as Luke. Today I lost about $430 on my funded account, so I didn't actually lose real money today. But I just want to kind of go over this trade real quick. So, if you want to see me recap this live, end the video. If you stick around, I'll go over this whole thing. But short and sweet version. Today we had London manipulation of Asian session. My bias was bearish because of this. And we had manipulation at market open. As you can see, there is a S&P formed off of this data high, which is CPI. Got formed right here, so there's the S&P. Off this S&P, I really would have liked to trade on, made a trade on ES, but I just couldn't find a entry. It would have been right in this zone right here. However, I did find, excuse me, oh my gosh, I did find a solid entry on NQ. Let's just go over this entry real quick. So we have a high right here, break a structure on the 5-minute, and we form this low, and we invalidate this low based off of Fibonacci, if I can play it out. Oh. There we go. JK. We don't validate this low off of Fibonacci. This is funny. I'm gonna leave this in. I'm not always right. I need to get better at, like double checking myself and better at, actually doing this. Because it would have told me that, I am being dumb because there is a low. I guess right here. I guess off of this low. I actually don't think. No, we do. Okay, well, we do right here, but we don't get a continuation. So, I was eyeballing this, I'll be completely honest. And it looked like it, and I guess it barely wasn't. That's probably the reason why. But we were in bearish order flow on ES, so, anyways, that's where I got this part of my confluence. And then we just push into a order block, equilibrium. This is the order block, this black candle right here, so we push into all these fun things, and then all we need when looking at entering this is a break structure of some sort, Fibonacci, something to validate this entry. So we push in to this confluence right here, and then with this candle right here, I believe is the one. Let's see. Yeah, so we break structure, and then I enter, so it really should have been like this. So it's with this black candle right here, we fib. Yeah, I had this fib on here for a different reason, but anyways. So with this black candle, and we're kind of just hanging out in the zone. I want to make sure that's the one I entered off of. If I remember correctly, then yes. Yeah, it should have been. Should have been that candle. Then we're basically just kind of consolidating up in the zone, and I had my stop pretty high. I had it protected, more or less. So I had it. I don't know why this is confusing me so much. Going back and actually looking at this makes it's making a lot more sense. I think it was based off of. So I stop based off this inversion right here. Originally, I guess. Let me go back on Q or sim chart. Why does that look so weird? That's why, I'll tell you why. That's why it looks so weird. I don't know why this looks. Because this is what I entered off of. Maybe this candle's in the wrong area. Okay, let's do some detective work together. What time is this entry? 8. What time is this entry? 8. But you can see there's this candle right here. I wonder if just by going off this. Yeah. Fibonacci. Okay, hold on. The low. Yeah, okay, hold on. I want to say I did. No, hold on. I didn't do this correctly. Hold my beer. Hold my beer. What am I doing wrong? Okay, yeah, the Fibonacci was not right. Cool. But coming into the 1 minute, I'll have to look at this because I don't understand the discrepancy there in the chart. Because this was the actual entry this was the actual entry right here. I had my stop on this candle that was up here in the fair value gap. NASDAQ 100. What? Looks like it's just missing like one candle. I don't know. That's kind of weird. I'll do some more thought into that later, but essentially I placed it right here off of this high right here, which also doesn't make any sense because I don't know where I would have placed it off that high. If the high, I think. Hold on. Let me see. Let me be a detective real quick. Sometimes the charts can lag, which is pretty stupid. Sometimes the charts can lag. That's exactly what happened. Okay. So going back on my entry, so the fib was wrong, but as you can see right here, we had this high that was formed right here because we pushed into equilibrium. We pushed into the order block. We also pushed into a 1 minute fair value gap. Not that it really matters. And then with the next candle, we fibbed. So I entered off of that, and then we just kind of consolidated, hung out. What I did, since I had my stop all the way up here, eventually, once we kind of pushed a little lower, I moved my stop to this high that would have been right here on the S&T. So the stop was like this, just because the risk was a lot. And we immediately shoot up. Take out the S&T, come back down. So in reality, like today, looking back on this, like this was a trade I should not have taken, and I'm just gonna go over the reasons why. One, NQ is not printing. It was not. ES was printing. ES was giving some very good order flow. NQ, on the other hand, like a lot of this consolidation stuff, I shouldn't have taken this trade on NQ. Another huge reason why I shouldn't have taken this trade on NQ, and it might actually be easier to see on my main chart, but we have this SMT, huge SMT, and ES is off of this high right here, this data high, which is CPI high. ES was the leading, and I don't take trades off of the lagging index that often. I only did this because I couldn't find an entry on ES, which makes sense because we were already in. Like the entry that I would have taken happened in pre-market, it happened like right here, but there wasn't really like an entry that I found, and I guess the entry for today would have been, I already marked this out, but it would have been on ES. That's what it would have been on, and it would have been right here. And I don't know if I would have taken it all the way down to like the CPI lows, probably just Asian lows, but that's so much better in the risk department. Like the risk just makes way more sense. Yeah, if you would have taken this down here, generational wealth, we're talking about, yeah, $4,000. Like, so roughly the risk that I took today grand for this trade right here. So it would have been like the perfect index to do it on. So, and really, like, this SMT doesn't get fulfilled. I know if you do watch to the very end and you watch me kind of go through today, I said that this SMT gets fulfilled when we reach hourly highs. No, this is the CPI news SMT. It gets fulfilled at CPI lows. So I don't know. This is really good. Like, again, I'm still learning. This week on Tuesday, I had a really good trade that I didn't end up taking. But that's, I don't know. Like, I could do this stuff. And, like, even, like, today, I had the correct bias. Like, it was correct. It was just my execution. You know, even if I would have taken this on NQ, I definitely could have. You know, I could have got super similar risk to reward. Like a risk to reward ratio. What this is, like, the exact same setup, just on NQ. What that was, like a 1 to 15. This is probably like a 1 to, this is a 1 to 6. In fact, we even come all the way down to this low, which is, I wouldn't have taken this exact trade all the way down to this low from the SMT. But you're looking at $7,000 for just about roughly the risk that I risked today, which is, price is volatile. Price action is definitely volatile. Price is moving, but it's up to me to capitalize on it. Today, I did not. Today, I was foolish. I was stupid. I made wrong decisions. I think I just kind of I rushed into this trade because I played it. I mean, like, I've done this enough to know what Fibonacci looks like, you know. But look, this tiny little difference right here, that makes the world of Fibonacci. So, I don't know, it is what it is, but overall, you know, I'm very proud of the progress I'm making, and great stuff is going to happen. So, I'll see you guys later this week. Maybe, or not later. I'll see you tomorrow, which is Friday, the last day of this week, if I decide to trade, which I probably won't, because we have more high impact news, so I just need to continue to be careful, but I could do this. I could do this shit. I can. So I'll see you guys. Have a good day. Peace. Hey, what's up, guys? Hello, happy Cocktober. Happy Cocktober 16th, day 18 of our 10K not a day challenge. It's kind of just flying by. That's okay, I suppose. Get some lubricant on there, you know what I'm saying? Alright. Well, today should be an interesting day. I suppose the 5-minute move is happening right now. Actually, when I'm actually looking at it. But anyways, so yesterday we had CPI. Price did initially make a move up and then came down pretty heavy, which is fine. We're chilling, so price just kind of consolidated in the middle zone. And then London session manipulated Asian both indexes, so my bias for today is manipulation reversal, so that's really what's happening right now. We have New York session pre-market manipulating London. So this is the 5-minute strategy, but market open right now. Market is open. But look, if you take a peek, equilibrium. Break a structure. Yeah. Kind of crazy. Look at that. Took it down this low, maybe. Something like that. But anyways, so my bias is bearish for the day. Just because we are already, you know, really high up here. I mean, manipulated Asian highs. So I would really like, if we're here, price one and manipulated a little more. Really, I think what I'm looking for today in terms of manipulation is NQ to, let me just decide, is NQ to manipulate this 4-hour high, which is also our CPI high. So actually mark that. That's kind of gross. Alright. Go manipulate this high right here. And then it's really like, yeah, like this. So NQ comes up here, manipulates CPI high, credit SMT. We reverse, yes, is the leading index, so we take a trade down to Asian session lows. Probably London or Asian session. That's kind of what I'm looking for today. News-wise, we're doing pretty good. We just had jobless claims this morning. They were, let's see, not good. So, and then at 8 we have Mr. Fed Bowman. That doesn't really matter too much, I suppose. So hung up on you, be me. Yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys, I just doxed myself. I don't know if there's anything on there. Oh, I guess I doxed. Hold on. What did I dox? Exactly. Let's verify. What did I... Alright. It should be okay. Maybe wanna cuff you like the law, girl. So we have SMT. This is a super short time frame. But oh, I want it to do it. Oh boy. Some crazy price action. This SMT is fulfilled already from this 5-minute low. Also, our news low from pre-market, or close to it. So, I do really just want to see us come up here and manipulate. I want to see, yes, really, I don't know if it will, but maybe break structure, inverse fair value gap, hit fib, and then reverse right after that. That'd be... Do the dog. Arf. Arf. Cool. Broke structure on NQ. We also have SMT right here. Believe it or not. Another 5-minute SMT. For this SMT to be fulfilled, I guess it'd really just be like these highs over here we're targeting. So we will wait. We will wait. Hello? Mm-hmm. I don't know. What the hell? Bro, some people gotta, like, not do power rankings. What the hell? My brother really was just like,
The Steelers are going to win the Super Bowl. Really? Really?
alright. Mm. Oh my gosh, we gotta check up on the 49ers. I gotta look up 49er news. Let's see if we... Oh, George Kittle's back. Let's go. See what Purdy's up to. Purdy. Oh, my sweet Brock Purdy. Oh, let's go. Brock Purdy's back. Limited, but he's back. But Ricky is still out. Oh my gosh, bro. My sweet, sweet Brock Purdy. Oh my gosh, bro. I slide in that bitch. Alright. So we're dead ass right now. Dude, this price. Look, this would have been the entry, but it literally happened at freaking 7:10, bro. Like, we dead eye, bro. We dead eye. Well, screw that SMT because we have the big one, and the big one gets fulfilled by this little high right here. So, F y'all. You know what I'm saying? Oh my god, bro. Dude, this price action is so fun today. Why, God? I just want to take a good trade. Oh my God. I'm on the top of the biddy. 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 I'm on the top of the building. Top of the building. I'm on the 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 top of the building. Alright, let's doom scroll YouTube Shorts for 2 minutes. Alright, brother. Mother, keep my head high. Get my wings, carry me. Don't know freedom. Okay. Okay, give us some good price action. Print some good candles, bro. Come on. Come on. Print some good candles, my brother.
Oh, sorry.
There we go. Print some good candles, my brother. Cause there is no right or wrong, only a song. Alone, be in my zone, for it's still not perfect at home. Mm-mm-mm. Tell them, treat you in my way. So selfish. Okay. This is good. This is good. Candles, good. Okay, we got big in SMT off these data highs, which is what we want. That is Chiliante. So now, I guess it's this high right here. I suppose I could do that little fun thing. So, as long as this next candle closes bullish, and we're able to break structure, or Fibonacci, or inversely for value gap, did I speak too soon? I might have spoke too soon. we'll kind of just see where this next candle decides it wants to close. On the Uno Momento, price is going uppies. I would like ES to kind of take up this high right here. It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't credit S&T, but it would be. I feel like it's right here. Come on, my brother. That's a terrible. Alright, bro. Okay, so. Don't be a bitch. You're already being a bitch. Don't be more than a bitch than you already are. That's too easy. My head high. What is this doofy closure? Doofus closure, bro. Doofus candle closure, my brother. Alright. DeVille is back. Zero continuation. Okay, so here's what I really wanted to happen. Okay. So reversed order flow on NQ, that's good. What I really wanted to happen on ES was this candle to basically be bullish, and then we go in break 5-minute structure reverse order flow after that. We have this S&T that was created, super high time frame. That's cool. ES is leading. ES would be the index I want to enter in. I couldn't really get an entry on the 1 minute or off of this because the entry would in a lot of ways it'd be up here. This would be the entry when we originally broke structure and then came into equilibrium, came down. That would be the entry. So I'm not willing to enter off of any this stuff because this is the entry for how order flow was. That being said, there might be potential an entry off of NQ. So I'm just going to keep watching NQ. It's 750, so macro just opened. Price will start moving here soon, if it already hasn't already, so I don't really want to enter on NQ because we have the SMT, but that's not necessarily the worst thing ever. They're moving pretty similar to each other. They're What I mean by that is like our liquidity targets are about the same distance, which isn't necessarily bad. It's cool. Hop on this, John. What I need for this candle, a few minutes, if we close bullish, I'm gonna get equilibrium. But don't get equilibrium now, brother. Oh, wait. Delete this. Yeah, if we get our retrace right here on NQ, just consolidating. What the hell, Leonte? This price action is so buns. I swear. Price does want to move though. Definitely to London. I don't know about Asian, but I could see the move to Asian. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, and we're in a pretty solid area too with price. There's not. Oh shoot! I'm gonna zoom in. There's really not much more price can do besides rip in the zone. So I think this price zone is a very comfortable spot to reverse off of. Okay, so we're in 1 minute. On the 1 minute, we're in bullish structure. That's cool. I suppose we have an order block too. We just entered back into. Cool order block. It's this black candle right here, and we just pop back into that bitch. So. Two good confidences we're in right now. I guess really what I need to do. Short. We didn't really even tap into that, which I think we will in a minute. Genies. Get caught. And that's gonna be like a few thousand, yeah. Okay. So just kind of see how price reacts off of equilibrium. It looks like we're kind of doing a little bit of a run right now. We're getting a little freaky. What the? Don't get that freaky, bro. This is a good zone to reverse off of. So let's kind of continue to monitor right where we're at. Okay. That's chill. That's cool. Back on the 1 minute, please. Back on the 1 minute.
God damn it.
That's fib. Oh my gosh. Dude. Oh, brother. $700. Okay. So I know I had that whole spiel about risk, about all that stuff. $800, $700 is a little bit too much for me. Do you want to raise 650? 615. Okay. That's fine. I did take this on my funded account only because it's my funded account, so I have a little bit more room to play with. On my personal account, I do not have the capital to be taking this trade. On my funded account, I definitely do, because, oh my gosh, if I can, just because it's like the overall structure of the funded. I don't. Dude, it's just. What is this price action, bro? Got the SMT. This hasn't done anything. I want to see a move to London lows. Alright, that's kind of bull. That's okay. What's super possible too is I come up here, I get stopped out, and we don't technically sweep this high, but we come up and we sweep like this 1 minute high right here. Let's see how we're moving on the 1 minute. No. Stop is protected, which is nice. It's just, this is just straight consolidation, bro. Oh my god. Just straight consolidation. Like, I really want to see a move out of this. I'm just going to kind of watch what happens right here. Especially with fib. Let me watch fib. Okay. And I might only take this down to London if we even rotate that far, because we're going to create a big SMT off of London. Or that's kind of, I don't know. There's so much, it's just, this price action is just making me angry. Because it's just straight consolidation. Like, we want, trust me, like, price is primed right now to do this. Maybe it's not, so don't trust me. Knock on table, or knock on my desk. Price is prime to come down to London. Like, it's prime to come down here. But we're just straight consolidation right now, which is just dumb. We have our head and shoulder pattern, as you can tell. We have our head and shoulder pattern. Um, I just don't like these candles. Um, it's like we're not really making any solid movement right now, you know. What that's kind of signaling to me is, well, we really don't know where we want to go. I do really believe price is primed to go down to at least Asian session. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now, but it's just we're not making any movement. Like, we're having doji after doji, and it's not my favorite to see right now. Starting to get some push, but still, like, we have this doji right here. Um, I, I, I really think price wants to come down to London. Like, it just makes so much sense. Also, considering we've already swept out this 1 hour high on ES right here, or swept this 1 hour low right here. Like, London is the next spot to go. At least for ES and for NQ. I mean, London is very realistic. And I think, honestly, today, if I am going to exit, I'm going to set it at London, or maybe this 1 hour high. Because, like, again, like, all this talk about this push down, we're just creating, like, a bigger doji right now. You know? Like, I do really believe ES wants to take out London. If ES takes out London, we're really looking at this low right here for NQ is what it would equate to, right? Because they're super similar to this 1 hour low, London low. But then it just creating, like, just a big doji like this. Like, it's just, price doesn't quite understand what it wants to do. You know, I'm moving my stop right here. It's protected, a little better protected, because we have brick structure would be right here on the 1 minute. And really, this is the brick structure on the 5 minute, but just these dojis. These freaking fracking dojis, bro. Like, we have the SMT. We do. And the SMT gets fulfilled at London lows. And then we're just fucking ripping, bro, for no reason. Okay. Well, lost that. I should have moved my stop. That was really dumb. That was really dumb. It should have still been up here. Still should have been protected, but it's okay. I'll probably still get stopped out regardless. I lost $400. A little bit too much risk. Not too much. Just, it's fine for my funded. It's just, I don't know what price is doing right now. It's just being so stupid. Ugh, it just makes me angry because okay, look. So with the overall structure right now, there isn't anywhere else to go. There isn't. Like ES, its next high is just this like CPI high, and then we have all-time highs. There isn't anywhere for this shit to go. NQ, which it looks like just because I moved my stop there, I was just being dumb. I should have kept it up here. Fuck, that makes me a little mad. Because we're gonna do this bullshit. Now we're gonna rip down. We're gonna rip down. I, my biggest thing is just moving the stop loss. That's the biggest thing. I just need to just keep it where it is. Because really, all we did with that, and this is something I couldn't see in foresight, was just create a SMT. That's literally all we did to help us move down. Is create a short time frame SMT. Now we're gonna move down to London. Yeah, like what? Like next few candles, we're moving down to London. I saw it as it was happening. I tried to move it. It was already too late, so it is what it is. That's on me. It's just... This shit is just frustrating. It's like, down to London. Right here, this would have been like $2,000. $1,000. Damn. But what is frustrating though is just how price is just moving, especially off of like it's literally just consolidating. Like we're not like ES is moving a lot better. I should have taken this trade on ES. Originally, I should have, because like the SMT2, like ES is the index I should have taken this trade on. The only thing is there wasn't a setup that presented itself on ES, once presented itself on NQ. Like, I suppose this would have been the setup right here if we would have fibbed right here. Oh, just we never quite exited out of this order flow. So this is just frustrating. Because like price isn't moving. Like there will be, I don't know, like next like 10-15 minutes, there will probably be some candles like this to the downside. Probably like pretty soon. Like price wants to go to the downside. It wants to go to London lows. Like this is where price wants to go today. And if it doesn't, like, it's just this consolidation just so ugly. It doesn't. Oh, it just makes me angry. Because this was a great setup. I'm not totally mad at myself for setting my stop where I set it, although I understand why I should not have done it. Because I was really just protecting. But I think it just came a little bit too early. Especially with these candles that just pushed up. I should have realistic, like, because I get it with the SMT. Like, I genuinely believe, like, next few candles, we're gonna, like this. Like, we're gonna get some movers down. Yeah. Look, like, I know what I'm doing! I know what I'm doing! Holy shit. Alright. Well, I think the biggest lesson for today is my stop loss. I keep moving it, but, I'm taking a 5-minute trade. I have a 5-minute stop loss. I don't have a 1-minute stop loss. And where I had my stop loss, it was a 1-minute stop loss. So that's just frustrating. But at the end of the day, like, I think I do fundamentally understand this stuff well. Like I fundamentally understand, hey, this is where price wants to go. Point of case, ES is probably almost the it it makes sense to me. Like I've just done it enough to know or have better intuition. But it's just these dumb mistakes like this. Like I get what I was doing. I don't necessarily hate the idea of like getting like a protecting my stop loss more, moving it, but I shouldn't. Because again, it's just the fear of money. That's literally all it is. It was the fear of money that made me move my stop loss. It was the fear of losing money. It's the fear of me losing a lot of money compared to like I lost 430 when like the stop loss was 600, so I saved about $200, right? But it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter because it's the fear of money. I just need to detach the fear of money out of my head. We're at London lows. SMT has been formed. But I really do believe ES wants to probably fall down, like probably come down a little more. If we're being realistic, I do genuinely think London is where NQ wants to come to today. Or at least this low right here. But with that being said, like it doesn't matter. Like with price coming all the way down here, it would have been a break even anyways. So, it's just frustrating because it is me, you know. And what's frustrating too, I guess, like I want to blame it on the price action was so shitty, and yes, like this is just shitty price action. It wasn't consistently moving, right? But at the end of the day, it definitely is me. You know, like it's me that chose to move the stop. Like I fully understand what price was doing. It was creating like SMT to move price lower, which already got fulfilled because it's a 1 minute SMT off this 1 hour or 1 minute low. So it's just frustrating because especially with a lot of my trading, I feel like a lot of stuff I've been right about, like a lot of moves I've been right about, it's just executing it I haven't been, and it all ties back to the fear of money and the greed that comes with money. That's what it ties back to. And I needed to disconnect that in the best way possible. And that's, I don't know, it's hard. It's really hard. But, you know, like I could do this, you know, I can. A lot of the trades that I've lost, like, and I realize I just said it, but I'm gonna say it again. A lot of the trades that I lost, even if you go to my like Instagram or if you're watching it, on any of these videos, not all of them, but most of the moves that I'm trying to capture happen. I just can't execute it. Like this move, essentially, like it happened with the SMT. Um, Even though it looks like it stopped out at break even or whatever, like the move happened with the SMT. Yeah, I would have been stopped at break even right there. And realistically, if we would have hit this SMT and I was in the trade, I might have exited it, just because this is pre-market right here. Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know. It's frustrating, but this is the biggest thing in trading I need to overcome that will make me like the best day trader I can become, and that's just separating from money and just separating from money. I am glad that I did not take this trade on my personal account. I have $7,000 in there. If I would have risked $600, that would have been almost 10%. This is 10%, 7,000 to 700. I'm not risking 10% of my account. On my funded, I didn't even risk 1%. Because it's $100,000. Alright, that's why I was comfortable taking the trade on my funded. Still a little bit too much risk for the funded I'm trying to pass. That's okay. I really wish I would have, I don't know. Like entry on ES would have been way better today. And what's super funny, this right here, like the 5-minute move that happened in pre-market, funny enough. So we got our manipulation, then we had our little move. Guess that's really the only way to protect it. Maybe like $1,000. Maybe a lot of money. Oh, 350. That is not bad at all. But look, like this move right here, it's like it's all in the way you protect it, I suppose, but I don't know. This is just a frustrating day. Because I had ability. Alright guys, well, enough of this consolidation bullshit. We're reversing, by the way, because we are at the S&T. So, realistically, if I was in this trade, it would have been stopped at a break even, or I probably would have exited the trade on the S&T. And that would have been right here. 1,000-ish, yeah. It's just frustrating. All right, so it's me. It's not anyone else. I'm gonna control what I'm doing. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow. We got non-farm, which is kind of ass, but I'm still gonna chart tomorrow. Yeah. That's all I gotta say about it. Peace.